Welcome to the very first of its kind. Speak of the Devil presents the Trapezoidal Roast of Reverend Campbell. Hosted by Patrick DeMarco of Enlightened Soul Tattoo, featuring roasters Magister David Harris of Dave's Custom Media, Witch Heather Height, a.k.a. Heidi Nights, Reverend M.A. Mandrake of the Second Law, Witch Simony Holt of High School Dropout Podcast, and the Satanic Warlock of the Year, 52 Anno Satanus, Warlock David Ingram of Dark Secno Productions. And now, your favorite bipedal hedgehog and mine, Patrick DeMarco.
Greetings. Welcome to the first Trapezoidal Roast. I'm your host with the most, Citizen Patrick DeMarco. When I was told about this, I got really excited that we we're going to be doing a roast. And then I found out who we were roasting, and then I said, which means shit. We're roasting Reverend Adam Campbell. Adam Campbell, so we're going to be roasting you. We're going to be a little harsh. We're going to make fun of you and tease you, but it's all in good fun. It's all because we love you. And we're doing this roast out of the goodness of our hearts. Plus, we like to make fun of people, so this is how it's going to go. We have a couple of roasters. They're going to do their stuff, and then at the very end, Adam's going to be able to give it back to us. The only reason I'm doing this is because I was paid very fucking well. So I can put on a smile and grin and bear it. So, Adam Campbell, Reverend Campbell, has a lot of podcasts. Is it possible that you could talk without recording yourself? I've never met anybody that likes to hear themselves talk as much as you do. Adam Campbell is to Satanism what Phil Donahue is to Satanism. Old, irrelevant, and nobody gives a fuck anymore. So without further ado, we're going to do our first roaster of the evening. Let's give a round of applause and a big welcome to Magister Ed Harris. Don't correct me, I don't care what his fucking name is. Ed Harris. This is exciting that you're going to be here to roast Adam. You know, David does porn. He does awful porn. The last thing I want to do is watch your ugly face when I'm jerking off. I'd rather jerk off with a cheese grater. It's amusing at first, but mostly painful, just like your porn. You got all your hairstyles from comb-overs from the 90s. Give it a break, man. I don't think porn is your thing. I don't think people want to say, hey, I want to watch ugly Ed Harris pork girls.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you so much. Pat DeMarco, everybody. As everyone probably well knows, Pat does a very good walking impression, which is good because he's not doing a lot of actual walking. Bastard. Pat says he's hitting the gym. Pat, the only thing you're hitting the gym with is your White Castle wrapper as you throw it out the car window when you drive by. Let's see, who else is here? Dave Ingram is here. My good friend Dave Ingram. Dave and I have got a lot of mutual friends that are comics. It kind of speaks to a myth that famous rock stars want to be comedians and famous comedians want to be rock stars, which is unfortunate for Dave because he's never going to be either. What? It's a roast. Stop it. Simony Holt is here. Simony, easily one of the smartest people I know, studying for a PhD in religious studies, well-versed in the occult and demonology. Oddly enough, all those books, you never once studied the Atkins diet. Never opened a Weight Watchers pamphlets. Good info. My wife is here. Heather's the principal dominatrix in the majority of my films, and she really can beat a woman's ass. My wife has injured more women than Trump's healthcare plan. Ray Rice once watched one of our videos and said, "You two bitches should go to couples counseling." And that brings me to Adam.
Oh, shit.
Adam likes to brew his own beer. He once told me in secret that he started doing that because no commercially brewed beer is strong enough to make Pat DeMarco funny. But truthfully, Adam is a wonderful guy. He's articulate and well-spoken. He's got a tremendous presence on the air. And
damn, thanks.
Always well-researched and just as a top-notch broadcaster in every sense of the word. Now, you're wondering why I say that about him at a roast.
Okay.
It's because these are all things that I would say about myself. Because Adam is a gimmick-infringing, unoriginal, Satanism Today cloning motherfucker. Holy shit. They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Next time I'll just take a blowjob at an attaboy. I mean, you even took the shitty parts of me, like my unwarranted arrogance, and my ability to sound profound when I'm saying absolutely fucking nothing.
It's true.
But in all honesty, Adam, dude, you're fucking amazing. I freaking love you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having us do this. This was fun. And you took everything to the next level. Everything you did was fantastic. Thank you very much. And thank you guys for having us.
Man.
Bye-bye.
All right, Ed Harris, everybody. All right, David Harris. I get it. All right, David Harris. Give him a round of applause. Wasn't she funny, everyone? Wasn't she funny? Our next roaster of the evening is Heather Height. Heather is a comic. Her comedy is based on how fat and old she is. Heather's so old that she remembers when emojis were called hieroglyphics. Heather is so fat. And when she wears a Knicks jacket, helicopters try to land on her back. That's how big she is. Her comedy is irrelevant, and you look like you swallowed Kathy Griffin pre-surgery. So without further ado, let's give a big warm welcome to Heather Height.
Thanks, Patrick. By the way, Walking Cold, he said the 90s are over. Even he doesn't do him anymore. And Adam, you Church of Latter-day Saints looking motherfucker. Apparently, you could take the Mormon out of the commune, but you can't make him stop recruiting people with childlike enthusiasm to do fucking shit. Like, let's fucking do a radio show. Let's watch movies and film ourselves and put it on YouTube. Let's do a fucking roast. This is a horrible idea, and I hate you. There's a major pain in my ass. The first time I saw you, I was like, wow, somebody stole that guy's bike. And then when I went to take a picture, I was like, oh, it's just Adam. M.A. You look like the priest from The Walking Dead. Like, grow some hair, maybe wear a little color, like, or be less articulate. You're too articulate. You're a black man. Watch a few episodes of Shaft or something. Black it up. You know, embrace your hooddom, if that's a word. Is hooddom a word? I don't know if hooddom is a word. Who else is on here? Simony, you think you're so smart. And Dave Ingram, I refuse to say anything bad about Dave.
I'll
because I love him. Except for that he doesn't like John Lennon. So fuck you. Fuck you for not liking John Lennon. Because please, like, ooh, I'm a hater. I hate the most fucking successful band ever in the history of bands because everybody else likes them. But other than that, I love Dave Ingram. David Harris is a narcissistic asshole. That's all I'm going to say about him because I have to live with him. It's my husband. I'm sure that he has spent hours focusing on nasty shit to say about me, but I'm going to take the high road here and say, David Harris, you're a narcissistic asshole. And that brings to mind why it's such a bad idea to do a roast of Satanists, because anything that you say about a Satanist could be answered with, yeah, so. This is all part of their maniacal plan. So, fuck all of you for making me do this. Fuck you for making me work. I like to sit in my pajamas. I got a fucking dress on in my kitchen now. This is not me. This is not my thing. This is the me that you think that I am. But no, I'm usually in pajamas with no makeup on and no bra. So, thanks for ruining my laziness.
Heather Height, wasn't he funny, everybody? We should start calling you Tranny Bonaducci. All right, we're gonna keep going down the list here of roasters. Our next roaster that's up is gonna be Reverend Mandrake, or as we like to call him, Reverend Token. He's the only black guy in our organization. You have the whitest teeth I've ever seen on a person. I've never seen that much yellow and white since I was at the men's bathroom at the Greyhound bus station. Every time you talk, I want to piss in your mouth.
Oh, lordy. You sure got me good there, Massa Pat. Where'd you get those jokes from? Urban Dictionary? Or was it Stormfront? But seriously, it's nice to see you branching out into stealing jokes instead of just voices. Or should I say, voice. Your one celebrity voice impression. Who was it again? Jimmy Stewart? Anywho, you know who isn't black? Adam. Adam is white. How white is he? Adam is so white that he sings the blues. That's right. Genuine blue-eyed blues from the heart of Utah. Get with the times, Adam. That's cultural appropriation. I demand your apology on behalf of Black Twitter. You want to roast? We ought to roast you over an open fire. That'll blacken your ass. Hi, my name is Reverend Campbell. I don't use social media. At most, I'll go on YouTube and post a video of myself in the shower. That's all. And I might aggressively promote multiple social media projects every day of the week. That's all. Adam Campbell, the most handsome man in Satanism, according to the countless adoring glances he gets from his many visits to the bathroom mirror. It must be beer goggles, right? I mean, you go to a bar, you have a few too many, and suddenly you're Don Juan, right? Not Adam. Adam drinks at home. He stays at home, drinking beer that he brews himself. He doesn't even go out. Sad. So sad. Now, I'm aware that I might not seem as mean as some of the other folks on here. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't bullied enough as a child. I guess I just wasn't puny enough. Not awkward enough. Not enough of an outcast. But hey, not all of us can grow up to be assholes, right? The truth is, Reverend Campbell is A-okay. He doesn't even have to be black. He's way cooler than I'll ever be.
Not true.
I'm proud to call Adam a comrade, collaborator, and friend. Hail Adam, hail Satan.
All right, everybody, that was Reverend Token. Let's give him a round of applause. Wasn't she funny, everyone? We're going to keep going right down the list here of our roasters. We have Witch Chimney Holt. Chimney Holt is very big. She is a very large lady.
Come on.
When she wears a red shirt and goes outside, all the kids like to yell, "Hey, Kool-Aid!" Chimney is a very fantastic writer, and she's very smart. I know this because she tells me this every time I see her, how smart and how talented she is. I spoke with the family, Chimney. You're doing fine.
Adam P. Campbell. Adam is known for his shrieking rants on current affairs. But if he's here, that means there's one less banshee in the sea luring sailors to their death. Adam P. Campbell, where the P stands for pompous, pugnacious, and pig-headed. It also stands for P, which is likely a fetish he's developed like all the other LeVay clones.
Come on.
Biblically speaking, Adam was the first human made in the image of the Elohim. He's the childlike, dunce prototype before they perfected humans when they made Eve. Adam talks a lot about parenting in his satanic style, but I'm taking bets right now that his kids rebel by becoming Christian missionaries. Now, it's customary for these things for roasters to direct jibes at other people on the panel, which means now it's all our chance to call David Harris an asshole. No punchline, he's just an asshole. It's too bad Dave is straight, because with all those 70s suits he wears, he's the perfect candidate to sub in a gay porn orgy. But I'm guessing that's pretty much what it's like to fuck his wife Heather. Not because she's masculine, but because she has bigger balls. And speaking of Heather, she's a true force of nature. And by that I mean dangerous, temperamental, and likely a carrier of disease. David Ingram, on the other hand, is a true gentleman. He's what goth looks like when it reaches middle age. Reverend Mandrake is another one with the goth aesthetic. He's a shining example of individuality and difference, like all the other metal-loving goths in the Church of Satan. But seriously, Adam, you put family first, you're always professional, and despite sending my audio levels into the red zone, you're a stand-up man.
Let's give a round of applause. Was it Chimney Holt? Wasn't he funny, everybody? Wasn't he funny? You should sit down before your water breaks.
Seriously, you can do it. I can do it.
All right, last roaster we got coming up is David Ingram. David Ingram looks like Charles Manson and the lead singer of Winger had a baby, then peed on it. His metal is unassuming, and it's not really something that I listen to. I mean, if you like to take your head and bang it against the wall 100 million times, that would give you the same effect as listening to David Ingram's metal. He did win the Warlock of the Year. I don't know how many times you blew Adam Campbell, but it wasn't enough.
Hello there, David Ingram here. Before I begin, I'd like to say a fond hello to all the other guests on this show, the comedians, punsters, funsters, who can always promise you a good laugh, and if you're lucky, they might manage 2 laughs. They've all done for comedy what Pavarotti has done for breakdancing, shall we say. But I digress. It's wonderful to be joining them and to be the youngest person on the show.
Fact check.
Now, I'm joining them to help roast the man who puts the camp in Campbell. That's right, Reverend Adam P.U. Anyway, it's been said that we seem to roast the ones we love and respect the most. Well, I'm here to throw all that right under the bus. Spawned from a gene pool tainted with chlorine, with no lifeguard on duty, his genetic makeup could use a little more mascara. I heard that, as a teenager, Adam read Nietzsche, and when he first stared into the abyss refused to stare back due to the copious level of masturbation it initially witnessed. But eventually, after much searching, Adam found his niche, because things do get a little creased with all that wanking. Allegedly. I also hear that Adam was a very quiet young man. He saved his breath to inflate his former girlfriends, but he loved ice cream. And even to this day, he has no greater love than popping over to Italy on vacation and licking the nuts off a Neapolitan. While over there, he would indulge in playing a game or 2 of charades, but would get silently frustrated at not being able to use his mouth to finish off 2 gentlemen of Verona. These days, his aesthetics are marvellous. His short-cropped, slightly curly teeth, the thick thatch of hair from his nostrils, and the cheeky wink in his eye that he's had ever since his teenage years all add up to make him the man he is today. Unemployable. Well, that's not entirely accurate, because last time I spoke to him, he said some Hollywood producer had a large part for him, and Adam really wanted to make it big. In addition, he'll be taking up furniture restoration with his new assistant, a fine young male friend who will be in charge of polishing while Adam scrapes the varnish and wax off next to him. He's a man that brings the colour to people's cheeks. Like psychedelic toilet paper. He hosts a show that is the cut and thrust of volatile debate, which fuses exploding shafts of sparkling wit to form an unparalleled load of rubbish. But okay, steady now, easy tightness. Adam is a very valued associate and a man I'm incredibly happy to call a friend. Even if we've yet to meet in real life, that day will come and I'll be able to buy him a drink, maybe a beer, because I love beer, and tell him what an outstanding individual he is, right to his face. Until then, Adam, sir, keep being you. Keep doing you. Not like that, you'll go blind. But now I raise a toast to you, my dear chap. Hail, Reverend Campbell. Hail, Satan. We got any cheese and biscuits?
Oh, yeah, cheese and biscuits. Go on.
All right. Wasn't she funny, everybody? David Ingram. Thank you very much for participating in the first Trapezoidal Roast. I was your host with the most, Citizen Patrick DeMarco. And now let's bring up Reverend Adam Campbell. Reverend Campbell looks like Errol Flynn with AIDS.
I would like to officially apologize to Black Twitter for my cultural appropriation. Is that alright, Mandrake? Alright, now get your ass back out to the fucking field. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. You know, I don't consider myself a comedian, which is interesting because everyone else up here on the panel thinks that they actually are. And I gotta be honest, it's time for some tough love, people. Not one of you are funny. Not one. well, that's not quite fair. Patrick's pretty goddamn funny looking. Who let this fucking troll out of his fucking cage? Patrick DeMarco. You know, Patrick looks like the result of a troll doll fucking Gollum from Lord of the Rings. No. The truth is, no, Patrick's about as funny as fucking cancer. About. Apparently, cancer took that from him, too. No, Patrick actually had cancer. Let's bring it down a notch here, people. This is a disease that takes millions from all over the world. Literally, it will take anyone's life without any concern for their class or the prosperity or anything. It will literally take everyone, the best of us and the worst of us. Except for Patrick. Interestingly enough, cancer took a long, hard look in his eyes and said, you know what? Not even I want you. I'll get the next one. You know, I never knew why you agreed to this roast. Haven't you ever heard of the saying, it's better to be thought a talentless hack than to open your mouth and prove it? You sure are showing everyone tonight. Reverend M.A. Mandrake. You know, a lot of people don't know this. Reverend M.A. Mandrake and Eminem actually have a lot in common. Yeah, they both think they're fucking black. You know, the only way you could actually be any whiter, Mandrake, is if you had a vision, a dream, aspired to be a voiceover actor. No, that's not fair, because you could easily fill the role. Voiceover actor for a janitor, fast food employee, a mugger, a bank robber, a slave, or maybe just the Arby's guy. No, let's face it, man, you're going to be eating ramen the rest of your life. You have all of the talent of a bouncing set of chattering teeth. David Ingram, the guy who became famous for screaming into a long, black phallus. That screaming, Heather, not swallowing it, and maybe try not bouncing it off your ass, you might see some of the success this guy's seen. A lot of you don't know this. Patrick's actually a huge slave for black cock, too. So, runs in the Satanic family, maybe. David looks like Mr. Hyde and Bret Michaels had a love child. He dresses like he's from the 18th century and sounds like he smokes 2 packs of fags a day. Now, relax, everyone. That's what his kind calls cigarettes. Though, to be fair, I did hear he got most of his votes in the Satanic Warlock of the Year by sucking on a lot of fags. You know, I actually had to look up pugnacious, and yeah, you're right. No, Witch Hold. Sim, I absolutely love you. I adore you, and I'm really glad that you could climb down Jack's beanstalk in time to make it.
You can do better.
Witch Holt is a giant of a woman. I mean, large and in charge, and I absolutely adore her. I've actually heard tales that her vagina's big enough to fit even David's massive ego. I absolutely love her as a collaborator, as a bold and intelligent woman, and I wanted to thank you on behalf of everyone on the panel for reminding us that feminazis do come in bull dyke.
No, seriously, you can do way better.
Magister Holmes. You know, I act like I created this format, broadcasting video with radio production values. But the truth is, I've actually been watching your stuff for a long time, and you've done to Satanism what people like Howard Stern have done for terrestrial radio. You brought raucous, ambitious, bold attitudes to the ears of millions of people, all with zero talent, a tiny cock, and overinflated ego. Congratulations, man. Now I see you're filming porn, and congratulations. This is proof to everyone watching that you can actually realize your greatest, deepest, gooeyest wet dreams if only you're okay living without any type of success of any kind or self-respect. Witch Heather Height, a.k.a. Hiding Nights. You are what every man dreams of. Red hair, curves, everywhere. Incredibly sexy eyes. Well, that except for your personality, which is a lot like a blowtorch to the balls. Heather performs in spanking videos. Seeing her naked is a lot like seeing the girl next door's grandma naked. Her pussy looks like it needs a circumcision. So many goddamn wrinkles. Her vagina looks like a pug and a Shar-Pei fighting over a biscuit. I organized a roast a year ago. I stepped away from that. So I always wanted to continue this or find some way of realizing it. You were all first on my list because, let's be quite honest, you're free. Not one of you is doing anything. I would like to know, this is what I don't understand. We as Satanists, we love life, we love to create content and produce and contribute to a society. We love to get out and do bold and exciting things. What the fuck has everyone here been doing? I create more content on a Tuesday than these people have in the past fucking year. I'm starting to question why I even asked you to be here. To be fair, this was really difficult for me because, in all honesty, I love every single person up here on this dais. I've collaborated with them all. They are professionals. They have a great time, and they're just so easy to work with. You're like my twisted, dysfunctional, Satan-loving family, and I gotta be honest, I wouldn't want it any other way. I knew you could all bring it today. And you truly, truly did. You're the movers and shakers in your own world, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to take me down a notch. Or 10. I mean, goddamn. Mean motherfuckers. I mean, well, it's safe to say we'll never be working again, but for this, I think it was a good. I love you all. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching this, and until we can speak of the devil again, hail Satan.
Well, thank you for joining us on this train wreck of a roast. Someone should really tell the producer to stop the hobbies and stick to the day job. Well, you can learn more about Speak of the Devil online at ReverendCampbell.com and watch the following shitty reel for links to the other losers featured on this disaster of a show. You really need Jesus in your lives, or at least a good raping. I'm pretty sure he put that into the script just to blackmail me later. Anyway, my name is Magister Kevin I. Slaughter, and you can check out my shit at underworldamusements.com. If I'm going to do this, I at least might be able to get some traffic out of it, huh? Anyway, try cutting that out. This is the last time I work for this fucking guy. God damn it, I mean, why the fuck is he even still around? Honestly, I don't even think anybody's watching at this point. There can't be an audience for it. Good night!